see it.
To watch Dillon and Amen have the games that they did.
Yeah, it was great. I think their focus was to put their main defenders on Fred and Jalen, and try to bottle them up, blitz them a few times, and be extra aggressive. And those guys look at it as disrespect, and you have certain matchups, and Dillon let it fly, obviously. So big game for him. Amen, same thing. Putting a big body on him, he still has advantages when he can get into his handle game and get downhill. So that's the versatility to him that he can pretty much attack any matchup.
Was the plan for him to take that final shot?
Yes. They had a foul to give, and we liked the matchup. They tried to pre-switch it, and it's a little late, and gave him an advantage.
On the inbounds play where Albie got the wide open dunk, what was the play that you had drawn?
To get the ball, hand back, get the last shot, but if they give you an open one, you got to take it, obviously. And so we would like to get a stop on our end, but they still gave us enough time. But we wanted to milk it, get in somebody's hands, and take the last shot.
There are a few words to describe, what Amen has been doing this season, but from your vantage point, how have you seen his confidence grow in games like this where you guys are short-handed, he has to come through in the clutch to make a big play on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, I mean, he's learning on the fly. He showed all those glimpses last year when he came back from injury and started the last 18 with Alpi out. And so I don't think, maybe others are surprised, but I think anybody who's watched us obviously knows what he does. And now he's just getting a chance to show it even more with the increase of minutes and the starting role.
What did you like about the way Dillon was able to set the tone really from the jump?
Yeah, he hit big shots early when they came out, on fire pretty quickly. So he kind of stemmed the tide there. And then, like I said, if they're going to put certain matchups on him, he feels like obviously it's disrespect a little bit and let him know about it. And so good to have a career night as far as that. We just joked, 36 points, 0 assists is a Dillon game. And so, playing tough defense and doing what he does, I think either way, he brings the edge out in us, and not only offensive and his physicality on defense as well.
Is there any comparison to a game like this in the playoffs where the team might try and scheme Jalen, Fred, or Alpi out of the game, and how guys like Dillon and the men have to step up?
Yeah, we saw it last time we played them. They blitzed Jalen quite a bit, and we knew they would probably do that, probably go to some zone as well, and obviously hurt us to start the fourth, but got our guys back in and kind of handled it pretty well. We had some practice, obviously, with Cleveland last 2 games, and so, yeah, we understand people are going to do that. Alpi, we complimented him. He has 11, 9, and 9 and only takes 10 shots, but they were going after him quite a bit, switching matchups and blitzing him as well. And so just being patient and taking what they gave him got everybody else open shots. And so on a night where we have 29 assists versus the last time we played him, we only had 9, a low for us, obviously. We love the unselfishness, and that was a point of emphasis going into the game to move the ball, understand that they're going to go after certain guys and everybody else has to make them pay.
What does it mean for you personally to come back to Boston and get a win?
It's a game to me. It came here last year, so that's over with. It's Cleveland and Boston more so than anything about being back here. It's playing against the high-tier teams, and we played them 3 in a row now and got 3 wins, and so growth for us regardless, but doesn't mean anything if we go to Atlanta and lay an egg tomorrow, so they all count as one.
Celtics have been having a little bit of trouble here lately. What do you see them doing well that still kind of fits into the championship identity you've seen them develop, and what were you guys able to take advantage of tonight?
Yeah, they're still, they got 2 guys missing, out of the lineup, and so when they get whole and healthy, they'll figure that out, and obviously played some unusual lineups tonight, some double big lineups, but like I said, Al and Derek are missing, so that's going to hurt their continuity, obviously, but we knew we could get up and down and kind of use our pace. If we got stops, get out and run, and we did that from the start pretty early, and that's what got us back in the game. So like our versatility as well, where we can hide Alpi on some guys and take away some actions by having some of our big wings on their bigs.
And Amen does a lot of amazing stuff defensively, but just being assigned to a great player like JT pretty much an entire night, and pretty much erasing him from the game, that's a different skill. That's something that takes years to develop. How do you feel like he's coming along in that kind of task?
That's what he naturally does, and so for him, his instincts and physical attributes allow that. We can literally put him on 1 through 5, and he can be comfortable guarding everybody. But I wouldn't say he erased him. Jason, slow start obviously, but had 14 in that third, kind of got going, and we had to go after him a little bit. But made it tough on him for sure, and. Yeah, we know we can kind of tag team people with him and Dillon and some of our Tari when he comes off the bench and guys like that. But being in the starting lineup now gives us way more versatility defensively, and he got to take on those matchups to be one of the better players in the league.
You mentioned some guys feeling
feeling disrespected by matchups sometimes. Do you feel like on a nightly basis, you guys are surprising other teams with how good you are?
I wouldn't say so anymore. I mean, we're over halfway through now, and our record is what it is, and so it's not just a fluke or anything. And you know, people watch film and they see the physicality and the way we play. It's a little different from the rest of the league, and so maybe that catches people off guard, you know, initially. But I wouldn't say we're sneaking up on anybody anymore. You know, at this point in the season.
Was that the most hype that you've seen your players at the final buzzer?
Yeah, probably because obviously it's a game-winning shot or, you know, close to it. And so obviously big for our men, but the way we battled back, we had a chance to fold, you know, going down 12 early when they went to zone and kind of raced that pretty quickly and got back in it. So more so than anything, I think just the fact that we battled back and you know, playing against some of the top teams, it gives us obviously some confidence. But to see a last shot going like that is big for our men, and obviously the team celebrated that.
Because there are a few teams that will put their bigs on the men. In games like this, is it a conscious thing to put the ball in his hands to exploit that slower matchup?
Yeah, it's both. I think they do that, and obviously I coached a guy like Ben Simmons where people did that to try to take away the paint. But he's so fast and explosive, we can put him in actions to still get him downhill. Or he's pretty much understood and learned how to set screens and mix it up last year off the ball. And so the fact that he played the 4 last year, starting for us those last 18 games, and him learning to do some different things and not just handle the ball gives us an advantage as well. So he can be like a screen setter and be in the pocket and doing his damage there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.